Mr. Sledge.
Your Honor, my client is 41 years of age. He has 8 children. 3 are grown. So that would leave 5 minor children. He actually has 3 brothers that are alive, 1 deceased. His father is deceased, but his mom is still with us. He is very anxious to be able to get back to his family. His outlook on this is silly, childish things done in the past as a younger man.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges, and that if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you YSL? Number 2, defendant has been a member and or associate of YSL since 2012. Number 3, while associated with YSL and to support and express loyalty to YSL, defendant and co-defendant Demikion Garlington and Quindarius Zachary appeared in a video with another person, AS, where defendant brandished a weapon used in a drive-by shooting, and where on behalf of YSL, defendant threatened to harm a person named Kel, a rival gang member who had begun a relationship with defendant's ex-girlfriend. Number 7, defendant was told by another YSL associate that immediately after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates met at the McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, to discuss the murder. Number 8, defendant personally knows that 1 or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. on behalf of YSL. Number 9, on January the 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., defendant and other YSL associates gathered at the home of Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, who gave defendant and other YSL associates cash money to lay low. Number 10, defendant has personal knowledge that on January 10, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates traveled to Miami, Florida with co-defendant and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug. Number 11, defendant did not murder Donovan Thomas Jr. and was not a party to the crime. Number 12, defendant did not murder Shamel Drinks and was not a party to the crime. Number 13, defendant cannot truthfully assert that the persons charged in this indictment with the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. are not guilty of the murder, and defendant will make no attempt at trial, prior to trial, or after trial to exonerate the persons charged in this indictment with the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. Number 14, the gas station at 151 Cleveland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, is one of multiple locations where YSL associates sell drugs and do not allow other gangs to operate. Number 15, the gas station at 221, and do you now acknowledge under oath that each of the factual acknowledgments that you have initialed in this section are true and correct and accurate to the best of your ability?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, as recently as this year, earlier this year, the murder of yet another person whom the organization considered a rival, Mr. Shamel Drinks, took place, turning 2022 into sort of a repeat of 2015. Your Honor, the defendant has knowingly, voluntarily, and willingly signed this plea agreement, and as a result of the defendant's willingness to be forthcoming.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. Back another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I want to send condolences and prayers to the loved ones and the families of the people who lost their lives in this situation, who have to hear their family members' names being reread and reliving that moment of losing somebody they love, man. Most definitely condolences, because there are lives lost. Now, as far as the YSL State RICO case that is scheduled to start trial next month, January 9th, you're starting to see more and more plea deals being taken. This would be number 7. And I'm going to have the links in the description from Law and Crime Network. Antonio Sledge, 41 years old, a.k.a. Monk Tonk, has decided he will testify and agreed to testify. He's given exact details of knowledge of murders with Peanut, this McDonald's meetup, one of the main focuses of this case, of the conversation that they had afterwards. Also, receiving cash to lay low afterwards. And also, the situation of the murder that happened earlier this year, on top of giving locations of gas stations that they consider turf. He is now admitted in the courtroom of a full-fledged gang enterprise and organization. Also admitted that the crime he did in the past, as far as they put it into this new RICO, where they shot somebody over an ex-girlfriend situation, this is all now looking a certain way. 41 years old, 8 kids, he didn't want to go do that time. He has agreed to testify, and they will take 15 years off of this 30 years of probation. And later on, if he does everything right, they will even lessen it even more. But I'm going to tell you like this is the reality, my nigga. Because he gave exact details, dates. It wasn't just, oh, YSL is a gang. Oh, I know about crimes. No, he told the exact crimes, details, and did it. Hey, this is a criminal organization, and I'm paying Thug as the leader. He gave cash for me to lay low. He told it. And if he decides to take that back, he will have to go do that 30 years, just keeping it all the way 1,000. But I seriously doubt he does that. 41 years old, 8 kids, but this is the reality of it, man. Y'all better make a decision. If you have an option to get out these streets, you better give yourself an option or create one, because this is the reality. We have to stop the cycle of killing each other, taking each other out the streets, taking each other off this shit. Sit down, communicate with your people, bro, because this is how it always play out in the end, my nigga. Everybody worried about who's snitching and da-da-da-da. That be the main focus. Cool. I'm not living off that street code and da-da-da. I live off the man code. You don't break no laws or commit no crimes or do nothing in life and then try to tell on the next man to get clear of it. That ain't it. That ain't how men move. And that's what I move off of. But with this going on, this is the real result of reality right here. Dog that really gave them what they wanted in this case for Young Thug. Tell me what y'all think. We got more shit coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show.